Hi Taurus, and welcome to your weekly tarot reading for the week of November. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you are doing really well. This reading is for any sun, moon, or rising Taurus. We will look at the cards, we'll get a sense of the awareness for the week, guidance and possible outcomes. I will also choose a couple of oracle cards for additional information. So let's just go ahead and get started. Okay, so we have the Two of Pentacles. We have the hierophant in reverse, and we have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So with the Two of Pentacles, it's all about juggling. It's all about finding the balance between your work, your family, your relationships, your other obligations, and then figuring out the financial piece and keeping that together. So juggling can be tiring and can be exhausting, trying to figure out how to fit everything in. And often when we see the Two of Pentacles, there's a suggestion here that you're just really busy. You have a lot going on. You're doing your damnedest not to drop any of the coins or drop any of the balls. So always interesting with this card in the background, you know, the ships on top of the tall waves. And there's always this sense of that you have to juggle through the tougher times as well as the times when the waters are calmer. And you know, it just seems in life that we can't really run away from having to coordinate or prioritize what we have to accomplish. And so with this juggler, you know, he's doing his best to make it all work. And really, I think that's the message for everyone, is to find the way to make it work for you. If it means that you have to do a little bit of extra work to help through the holidays, or that you need to juggle and to schedule some rest so that you're not overwhelmed and not exhausted, you know, again, it goes to the heart of keeping track of all the minutiae and all the big ticket items within our lives. With this, we have the Hierophant in reverse. And in its upright position, this is a card of tradition. It's a card of structure and conventions, education, whether it's, you know, going to college, following the path, listening to society's norms, marriage, religion. So in reverse, it's a sense of maybe wanting to rebel against those conventions and trying to break free. Because maybe it's feeling, the juggling is that you feel restricted, you feel tied down by these conventions, and where you're not allowed to blossom or to, one may say, think for yourself. This always reminds me of, you know, when students get to a certain age and then they start questioning why. Why do we have to do it this way? You know, why? So this is it's a desire not to follow the structure or the standards around us or the norms. You want to be yourself. You want to do things your way. It may not be everyone else's way. And you know what? That's totally good. We need freedom sometimes from these conventions of society in order to feel like we can breathe. And it always makes me think of education, which is sometimes there are certain children that have a hard time sitting all day, or to sit and listen, or to do things that are done in a traditional school way. We have many different intelligences of how we learn, emotional intelligence. I mean, just so why are we, you know, held to just a few standards? So I just think that this is tied in here with the Two of Pentacles, of this juggling and maybe getting tired of juggling in a certain way, and you want to do things your way. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. And in the upright position, this Queen is all about being very resourceful, having fine things, enjoying material comforts, enjoying nature, taking care of others, and able to handle finances, and able to keep the home together, keep the business together, keep the family together with love and with grace. Well, in reverse, there's a sense here that maybe there's some disorganization at home, or the energy's not been able to be focused at home. And so maybe this is part of the equation where it's having a hard time keeping it all together. There's also, she's holding this pentacle, and in reverse, maybe there's been impulsive shopping or this desire to have the best of everything, and it's straining finances, or it's some unwise decisions on the part of this Queen's energy in reverse. So for Monday, it's a day really to keep an eye on your budget, to keep an eye on your plans and what you have going on, to make sure that you are able to keep balance and to keep things together. Perhaps it's a day to be free thinking and to work outside of the conventions that you're typically used to. And again, this Queen, she can be very nurturing, and maybe she is feeling spent, or maybe you are feeling spent from having to help others. So there's quite a bit of interesting things that come up with this Queen of Pentacles in reverse, which is inattentiveness to the home, maybe being too gracious and too nurturing to others, and lacking, not getting enough back. So I think always the message is to look out for yourself and make sure that you're healthy and that you're doing well, because if you're not feeling well and if you're exhausted or miserable, it's hard to be helping others from that perspective. So quite an interesting day with, I think, the heart of it right here, which is the desire to keep it all afloat, to juggle everything going on within your life, the busyness, the demands, the responsibilities, what people ask of you. So number-wise, we have 2, and 5 is 7, and 1 is 8, and 8 is about personal progress. It's about accomplishment, recognition. So I'm going to close the reading, and this is a deck by James Van Praagh. Let me get the book here and I'll show you. Messages from the guides. And I've already shuffled. I'll give it a few more shuffles and we will pick a card here. Know your truth. Wow. Know your truth. I love it, because really it's know thyself. Know what makes you happy. Know what excites you. Make it your own and honor that. And there's a song, "Don't Let Anyone Steal Your Sunshine," and that's trying to bend our will into society's conventions is exhausting and also can be very defeating. If you're a creative, independent, thinking kind of person, know who you are and don't let anyone take the life out from you in thinking those thoughts or your approach. And the world's a great place when we are all able to be ourselves and to be comfortable with the life that we lead and how we interact and exchange friendliness and things like that with others. So I hope that you have a great Monday, and I hope that it's the start of a great week for you. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, or comment. And if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. It's a great way to show support and to stay connected. And I hope I will see you again tomorrow for another daily tarot reading. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.